We spent about a year dialoguing with this community here, trying to understand better what their needs were. October of '98, Hurricane Mitch hit Nicaragua, and that radically altered the focus of our work.
It was such a good experience.
It's wonderful.
It was life-changing.
The idea had come about with discussions with Professor Petit that it would be a great idea to not just send aid to Nicaragua, but to get together a group of Bucknell students to come down and actually lend a helping hand.
Everyone that went on that first trip was, I think, deeply moved.
I think people were really taken back with the amount of poverty that we saw. I don't think anybody was really prepared to sort of see like post-disaster and what kind of impact it had on the population of Nueva Vida.
El huracán nos quitó todo, pero no nos quitó la ganas de seguir viviendo, pues. Sí.
I've learned about poverty and like underdevelopment and extreme poverty in classes and stuff, and you sympathize with that, and you know that it exists, but then you go down there and it's just mind-blowing and shocking.
The consensus of the group was, we can't walk away from this. What can we do? And the idea of, let's build a clinic, let's build a permanent clinic.
1, 2, 3.
Each brigade has started going to visit the Managua dump, and there are conceivably 7,000 or more people living there, lots of children foraging. And you see that and you wonder, what kind of world is this, and what are the conditions that allow this to go on? And that question leads to the entire educational experience.
Right along with the students, I was learning things about myself and about my place in the world.
Margaret Mead once said, never doubt that a small group of people can change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has.
Hay algo muy importante que hemos aprendido en Nicaragua, principalmente el pueblo de Nicaragua, es a saber recibir y también dar. Y yo espero transmitir el mensaje de hermandad y solidaridad y hacerle una invitación para que se unan más estudiantes a este lindo proyecto.
You know, it's that bond between humanity, and it doesn't matter that I'm some white guy from rural America, upper crust America, or whatever, you know, education, it's like there's a connection there that they want to happen, and it happens every time I go down there.
I began to realize about the friendships that I made during the brigades, and that became a really important theme of that trip.
It's folks who are Greek, non-Greek, football players, it doesn't matter. You know, everybody's the same down there and everybody connects.
The yellow bus is something that everyone on that trip remembers. As you leave on each trip, everyone signs the bus. But the bus has really become sort of the symbol for the tough times that you share on the brigade.
It's very difficult to walk away from human suffering and not be affected.
We came back and it was just actually kind of hard to talk to anyone but my brigade because no one else knew what we went through, what we saw. And I turned to my brigade to talk to them.
When you do become angry and when you do feel deep pain for the people who you meet and who you know are suffering, you've got people who understand those experiences, who've dealt with them once before, and who can help you go through that and come out on the other side feeling empowered to make change instead of feeling devastated by what you've seen.
I think it will encourage one to be optimistic about the world and what human beings can do to overcome difficulties.
I think Bucknell's participation and this partnership with Jubilee House community on an ongoing basis offers our students something that is just very special. It's an ongoing, stable relationship that enables us to see change over time and to really learn a lot from it. And I think that this is the way education should go.
Service learning is probably the most effective way to learn. I mean, to actually see how people our living instead of to read about it. It's nothing quite like that.
I think it's great the 10-year relationship that Bucknell's had, and I certainly hope that they carry that on and maybe branch out for other countries as well. I know that within the student body, there are a lot of people who are very interested in helping, and so really open people's eyes.
If the Brigade goes on for another 10 years, it'll continue to be one of the best educational opportunities that Bucknell offers.
So this whole 10-year involvement, I think, is not only proud of what we've done, but what a great indication of where Bucknell can go in the future. That's what's even more exciting, I think.
Going to Nicaragua and seeing the huge difference between here and there really established what I wanted to make of Bucknell and the next 4 years here, and however that would affect my life beyond.